back to my channel, and if this is your first time here, welcome. Today we are switching things up and we are doing something major. You will be formally introduced to two very special people that you have seen in my previous videos. So if you haven't, go back and watch them, and then you will see them as familiar by the time you watch this video. Right now we are going to formally introduce my sweet little boy, my son, Jace. Hey honey. Come to mama. This little guy here is my baby, right? You just said no? Give mommy a kiss. Thank you. Oh, it's a little heavy for me, guys. This is Jace featuring his Triceratops. That's what his dad calls them. In Barbados, we call them joconders or tuckonders, but he calls his son's hairstyle Triceratops. So yeah, this is him. Say bye. Say bye. Okay, he's sleepy, guys. So that's it for him, and you guys will see his father in a bit. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the watch. And now, guys, for my favorite adult human being, my husband, Charles.
Hey, what's going on? I don't often get a chance to be in front of the camera in the K4E experience. So this is a change for me because if you'd have asked me to do this, over a year ago or 2 years ago, I probably would have been like, I'm not sure. But, I gotta know where the honey reside,
What a money reside, what a money reside.
So I'm here. I am getting paid to be here with love. So yeah, let's jump right into it.
All right, here we go. So tell them what we're doing today.
So this is a part of the K4E 3 for 5 series. 3 topics, 5 minutes each. And we're not going to waste any time. We're going to jump right in. The first topic is help. And I'm going to turn it over to the K4E to really dive in and talk about what this whole idea of help is all about.
All right, I started my timer. So this is help as it pertains to parenting. Now, I've heard more often than not men and women, I've said it myself, I've said, I need you to come home and help me. And you said, I'm going to go home and help my wife with the kid, with our son or whatever. And so for me, I want to encourage men to steer clear of using the word help or having the idea in your mind that you are helping your wife or your significant other with your child, because you are taking care of your responsibility, taking care of an obligation. You are not helping the mom. Is it a help to your wife or your significant other? Sure, so that she can get a break. But if you view parenting as equal, like how you equally made your child, then I think that it is important that men steer clear of the idea of thinking that they are helping. And, I've heard in church, the pastor would say, Father's Day is less celebrated than Mother's Day. Now, we all know why, right? Because there's a history of fathers over the years being neglectful or saying, oh, the child is not mine. So what is understood doesn't need to be explained as it pertains to those types of fathers. I'm speaking about fathers that want to be in the children's lives and want to here we go again using the word, want to raise their children. It is not helping the significant other. You are taking care of your responsibility. What do you have to say about that?
I mean, I agree. I mean, I think even, just now with it kind of coming off of your tongue a little bit so naturally, I think it's something that's kind of like is baked into the way that we talk. But I do think sometimes we have to re-examine the way that the words that we use can kind of create a sense of identity almost for us and what we do, and, full transparency, being somebody who's, been through the family court system and when they talk to you about visitation, and it was important for me as a dad to not take on that mindset of visitation. And I'll give some credit over the years where some of the language has changed recently to, instead of visitation, they call it, parenting time. And that took a while to have that kind of language shift as it relates to family court. But I think similarly, if we just really think about how our words kind of seep into our identity, I think it's important to challenge ourselves to dig a little bit deeper, to think about, kind of how some of this language seeps into what we take ownership of, and with as it relates to our roles in our relationships and our marriages. So I agree with you. And I don't, obviously, like you said, I mean, it doesn't need to be explained in terms of other situations and other fathers. I think even as a dad who's active, I think it's important to, not take something like this and maybe trivialize this conversation as it relates to trying to defend what it is that you're saying. It doesn't need to be defended. It's just a matter of just digging a little bit deeper and seeing how you could take those words and switch the idea of helping to just coming home and being present and having your parenting time,
with you. Yeah, and to add to that, I also want to just remind everybody that the power of, what is it? Power of life and death is in your tongue. Yeah, that's what they say. The power of life and death is in your tongue. So we have to be careful what we say, because we kind of become what we say and how we think. So, it's important that fathers start to change the narrative so that they too can be equally celebrated, because they are equal and rightful parents as our mothers. And I hope moms are not sitting down at home saying, oh, she's such a sellout, and really just supporting our men. And we have 30 seconds. We finish before the time. So, yeah, we're going to move on.
Cool. This kind of segues into the next topic, and that is in a manner of speaking.
Okay. So
Ready?
I'm
Start
going
the timer?
Yep. Here we go.
And so, again, this is real talk, y'all. This is just, us just sharing things from our perspective, sharing things just, as we've gone along on our journey that we think are important for people to just consider, if anything. Hey, you guys have ideas, shoot them in the comments and let us know, what it is that you think, because we certainly want to have this be a conversation with you guys out there. So as far as in a manner of speaking, this is about really just, again, challenging ourselves to dig a little bit deeper, to be able to learn the language of your partner. People often talk about love language, and that is super duper important, but I'm literally talking about the language. My wife is from the great sovereign nation of Barbados.
Okay.
The green, the yellow, and the black. The blue, the white, and the yellow. It's white in there? It's white in there. And
my Bajan family is going to choke you.
And it's just little things that I noticed over time that I really had to work to say, babe, what did you want me to do? For example, she'll say things like, do you want to do this? And I want to make sure I'm not getting this wrong even now. What she's saying in that moment, as I dig into my translation, Bajan translation, Rolodex in my head, is, can you do this, right? Am I saying that right?
I want to give you the option.
Oh.
Yeah.
I got this all wrong, by the way. This is why we're all still learning together.
So
I thought I had this figured out, but I don't.
So instead of saying, do you want to do this or that, I would just say, so do you want to, or actually, no, I'm confused. I would want you to do something.
Bajans gotta learn the language too.
No, it's English we're speaking. I mean, it's not our dialect or anything. It's just like, I would maybe, like if I want him to, like right now, I need a lot of help, right? So if I say, babe, can you pour me a glass of water? Instead of saying, can you pour me a glass of water? I would say, do you want to pour me some water? And he's like, does that mean you want some water? Or like, what do you want me to do here? Just be definitive and say, can you pass me a glass of water, please? Or can you pour me a glass of water, please?
There you go. And I will say this too, along with learning the language is really learning the tone, right? Because sometimes she'll say things in a way where I'm not sure if you're angry or are you excited. So like little things, you know, and vice versa. Maybe I might say something and maybe her learning my language and my tones and inflections in my voice, where she, you know, I might say something and maybe she might think maybe I'm upset, you know, and I don't know, maybe because I look like passenger 58, you know, people might think that like, you know, I'm rough or I'm angry, you know, I'm not an angry person.
No, he's like the most gentle person you ever come across, but he is super serious. So because he works in environments where he has to keep a straight face all the time, even in environments where he can let his hair down, so to speak, he can be the serious guy in a room. And many people in my culture is like, is he upset or is it? I'm like, you really, like, if you get to know him, he is like the coolest kid on the block. He is like the nicest person you will ever come across. It's just, you have to get to know him past that serious demeanor. And he actually does smile and he will actually be quite the jokester. Okay, yes, so we have a little under a minute left.
Yeah. It's the 3 for 5, so you can get some change back on them seconds. It's all good, but I think you guys understand what we're saying. But all for the purpose of better communication, better, you know, just day-to-day comings and goings, so that you do your best to stay on the same page.
And how do you tie that into everybody? Instead of judging people based on the things that you see them do that you don't understand, give them a chance. Like, I really get to know them past the what. Figure out the why. Get to know them past, because everybody has experiences that makes them react or not give a reaction. Like the same way I'm explaining that he maybe in the environment of my relatives that don't understand his job and can't put it all together, they might not understand his serious demeanor. But if you just say, hold on, let me get to know this guy, let me push past that, you know, and you really get to know him without your judgments and your assessments, then you get to know that he is gentle and kind, and you get to know that he really can be like the socialite. It just depends on the environment.
She loves me. Menace Police, we're over by how many seconds?
It was like 20 seconds, but that's fine. We were under by 30, the first one.
All right, so we took that change back.
Okay?
And
let's do it.
So what is this segue? Oh, partnership. Yes.
I think so.
This segues into the next topic of the 3, 4,
the last
5,
of the 3,
which is partnership. Do you want to start? I'm sure I start.
No, you should.
Okay, so partnership. Basically, whatever it is that we're doing in terms of the words that we use, whatever we do in terms of understanding the language and the tone and everything that we talked about so far, the goal should always be that you guys, that we have a partnership where sometimes in the partnership, really all the time, there are going to be different needs and different wants. Whatever those needs and wants are, the partnership has to be such that you take a moment to recognize that even though you know, like in our marriage, you know, becoming one, right? That's what the Bible says. In a simple, everyday way, there's still things that she needs that I may not need, but I'm here to support her in whatever that endeavor is, and vice versa. I can give you a million examples, but you know, this channel is one example. You know, it is Keva Forever, but we're doing it together.
Mm-hmm. I don't, channel.
Yeah, I'm not in front of the camera often. I'm always behind the scenes. So I just think that like the more and more we look at how we support each other and our needs and our wants, whatever the case is, we'll continue to get that partnership together. Can you talk about prioritizing? Because that was one of the things that, you know, was in the notes as far as things to do in partnership. Okay,
so prioritizing, you put things in order of what has the most need first. And so men, I'm not a man, so I'm not trying to attack. You're awful. I'm not trying to attack you guys, but men and women, we have to prioritize the needs of the family first, right? Especially when two become one. And so, you know, make sure that your husband is taken care of, make sure that your children are taken care of. And then at that point in time, if you feel a need to go out with the girls or with the guys, you can do that, but make sure that home is safe and sound first. Make sure that you sort out your life and your plans every day, like how every day we pray to God for the renewing of our minds. Every day you pray to have a clean slate in your relationship, and okay, so today, new priorities, how do we put that in order? And it's important in relationships and partnerships for people to try to not stay in the same book or the same chapter, but on the same page. And let me just say, guys, we are not perfect people. We're not here trying to give you advice. We are sharing our opinions.
The views expressed by K4E and its guests are their own and are subject to change with real-life events.
Based on our own experiences, things that we have overcome, things that we are going through. And so we by no means are trying to sit down here and advise people, because we are not perfect people. We are just trying to share, and much like we get things from social media and other platforms and pastors and preachers and teachers, we want to be able to pour back in and give what we've learned from our own experiences. So that is what this is. Please don't think that we're sitting down here trying to school anybody, because that's not what we're doing.
Yeah, I mean, you know, for us, and look, you know, and full transparency again, it's easy for me to get caught up in sort of the everythingness of life and just trying to get everything done. And, you know, oh, yeah, it's easy. I love my wife and she's pregnant, to just try to get everything done. But there are moments where I might just hit a wall with no energy because I didn't pace myself, or I didn't eat right, or I didn't eat at all. You know, not because I was starving, but I'm moving. And, you know, whatever my best intentions might be, again, with the partnership, she's still strong. You know, there's still a lot of ways that she can, in terms of all the things that we have going on, that she gets things done every single day. Things that, like, when I talk to her and check in with her, you know, I get tired just seeing and hearing about, as she might get tired seeing me do things and keep moving, or whatever the case is. But whatever it is, you know, these topics, you know, particularly 1 and 2, they all kind of segue into the third. And it's really sort of one larger topic that we broke down for this 3 for 5, but it's all for the sake of the partnership.
And us sharing, we just putting it back out there as we got it. We just want to give it back to you. We want to wrap it in a bow, in our bow. Our bow might not look the same way as somebody else's bow, but we're just trying to give you guys the good stuff, feed you guys good food, you know? So I told you guys on this channel, I still got 20 seconds, that we would give you a little bit of everything. So you guys heard me sing, you guys recognized my pregnancy, I announced it here. You guys met my son, my husband. You guys saw me do makeup. You guys saw me do my hair, and now you guys are seeing me a heavy part of my life, what my life really is, which is my marriage and my family, and you guys are getting that now. So yeah, and this conversation is largely inclusive for men. So, you know, it's good for women too, but largely they're seeing you for the first time, and men can have something to take away from this channel as well. And that is why if you go back to my very first videos where I was doing the interviews, I was saying I don't want to be marginalized. Like, I want this channel to be what we cultivate it to be, because it's our channel.
Fellas, we coming for you.
Oh, yeah.
We coming for you deep, so get ready for it.
Yeah, so I just wanted to give you guys a bit of everything not wanted. I want to give you guys a bit of everything. I want everybody to come here and feel welcome and like they can relate to something here on our channel. So thank you for watching. We're going to end off with a cute little game, and stay tuned for that.
It's time to play Have You Ever? Presented by Nobody.
Alright guys, so we're going to play a short, you know, it's trendy. I'm looking down at the monitor. Alright guys, so we're going to play a short round of Never Have I Ever. And he is going to use his hand twice because he's holding the phone to ask the questions. So he's going to use his hand twice. We're going to do maybe 10 of the questions just to keep you guys happy and entertained. So here we go.
Never have I ever cheated on a test. Ooh. Never have I ever swam naked in a pool or the beach. Never have I ever eaten food that fell off the floor.
Shoot.
Never have I ever fallen asleep on the bus or the train and missed my stop.
Oh, I haven't done that.
I gotta put 2 fingers down for that.
Put up the other finger. Oh, I have never done that.
Never have I ever illegally taken something across the border. Don't tell Trump.
Born in the USA.
I'm so sick of you.
Never have I ever done something that I regret.
Oh. Woo!
Never have I
God.
ever picked my nose in public.
Oh. It's my nose.
Never have I ever taken part in a talent show.
Get to the interesting ones. Like the spicy ones.
I'm setting this up. Gotta talk about the talent show.
Oh, God.
Never have I ever gone topless on the beach. I always go topless on the beach.
You know what? No, but I have gone in the ocean and the wave knocked my top off. So I guess I can call it, yeah. And it took me a while to get it back on.
Never have I ever gotten drunk.
I've never been drunk ever in my life.
Just telling the truth on the channel, y'all. That's all. We'll get into it one day. It wasn't good. It was so dumb. Let me see. How many? 7? How many was that?
I couldn't tell you.
Can't count. It's okay.
Guys, I'm so sorry. I can't sit with my feet closed. That's why you guys can only get the visual from here, because you know it's rough. We up there. We getting up there.
It's a tough one. Never have I ever lied to a friend to avoid a greater evil.
Oh. You gonna make me lose count, but I know your whole life.
Because I got one hand. I don't know how many's left. We're going to do 2 more.
Let's do 3 more.
All right.
All right.
Never have I ever stalked an ex, boyfriend, or girlfriend on social media.
I wouldn't say stalked. I looked to show somebody, but not. I can't. I looked and I showed you.
Oh, I guess I'm a stalker too. Ain't my ex. Okay.
I ain't got no ex.
2 left. There's gonna be one that I know a finger's gonna go down for somebody. Never have I ever watched Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Just put all your fingers down.
You make it seem like I watch that all the time. I don't.
K4E's 3 for 5 is not sponsored by the Kardashians. And last but not least, so that was gonna make it good. Let me see. Never. That's where I'm going. How you know I was gonna go there? Never have I ever had a friend with benefits. All right, my hands down. All right. He's my friend.
Oh God, I hope my parents. I mean, they were young. They understand.
I mean, when we say benefits, we talking about health benefits, y'all. So, yeah.
Oh my God. Yes.
It's K4E, y'all.
That's what it is. Peace out. Thank you so much for stopping by, guys. We are so appreciative of your subscription and your coming back and watching our videos. And
Keva forever. Yeah, the Martian. Shout out. Sorry, had to. See you
and
again.
stay tuned for some cuteness with Jace on the end. All right. Peace. Mama. Goodbye. Pa pa pa. Da 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 da. Good boy. Good boy. T T T. Yay! Good boy, honey.
Oh, I gotta change my shirt.
So sit back, relax, and enjoy the watch. What would I said so much more before.